to day 16 of our countdown on Larry's MotiV8r project, and Michael's working on putting in the back brace for Larry's seatbelt bar. We're making it removable, and as I said, we're swinging it back a little bit, give Larry a little bit of extra room, so he'll be tacking this in just a little bit. And then he'll get a TIG welder and weld it up, and then Bob can start making some paint here a little bit later. So we'll be back in a little bit, and we'll see what it looks like when it's all pretty and black. So he's finishing TIG welding the brackets in here. I don't know what the camera's looking at, because I'm trying not to look. That TIG arc's pretty bright. We'll get those welded in. We'll be ready to paint the inside of the car. So go, Michael, go. I'll show you guys the engine here in a second. I got it. I'm getting ready to start putting it together. We're getting it ready to spray on the interior, getting ready to tape it, and at the 11th hour, we're like, you know what? We better trim that rear package tray. We got this killer Marquez package tray going in here. So Michael's making out the template with a piece of cardboard. Then he'll make some little cardboard pieces here, and then we'll go ahead and screw up the cheap cardboard before we cut on the high-dollar rear package tray. So we'll see how this comes out. Alright, so now he's got the cardboard where it fits, so he'll just trace the cardboard onto the Marquez filler, and we'll cut that puppy out, and it should fit. I hear laughter in the background. Should fit perfect. So just cut it out with a little zip saw. So we got the car cocoon now, so we can spray the interior, and we got the rear package tray fit pretty well. We're going to have to widen these up a little bit, these little pieces here. The saw blade cut was wide enough actually to make it too big, but fitting in there pretty nice now. Just going to clear the speaker grills. That worked out pretty well. So Bob's going to get ready and spray all this stuff. And then a few people asked, so are you working on anything else? So we are. We got one up here that we're finishing up. We just working under, and this thing will be done by the end of the week now. And pretty neat car, LS6, T56 car, Prodigy bar rear suspension, got a neat custom interior going in it, all the typical toys, forge lines of course, and we're just finishing up underneath. Let me see if I can go over here, just take a quick peek and show you guys. Oh yeah, I forgot about the inner fenders being bolted in. I'll just show them this one real quick. But looking pretty nice. Built a MagnaFlow system for it. These are our new tailpipes. These things are going to be absolutely killer. They just really fit nice. They dump real well. It's working out real good. And yeah, we'll go back to Larry's car for a second. This is about Larry, isn't it? And I got the inner fender wells going in. Test fitting them using some other fenders we have. Gonna have to do a little trimming around the little more trimming here and there, but all in all, they're fitting really nice. Looking really good. So that's a big accomplishment. That was a big project. We'll go see what Andrew's doing in the spirit of multitasking. We're going to go ahead and re-clear the deck lid and the hood, the carbon fiber pieces, basically the filler panel and all. We just haven't got around to doing that, but we're all anxious to get the deck lid and spoiler and stuff on this car tomorrow and go ahead and get this stuff cleared. And another one we've been working on, we painted, all the days are running together. 2 days ago, Sunday, thank you, on Sunday, this is a Dynacorn body. That's going to be a pretty neat car. This is Le Mans Blue. It's a big block, automatic car, 12-bolt Hotchkiss suspension, Willwood brake. Just a nice, mild Pro Touring car, you know, vintage air, power windows, all the typical stuff, but houndstooth interior, pretty stock looking body. And I'll tell you, this Dynacorn body worked out pretty well. This car came out killer. So, so far so good. So we'll just throw a cover over this and paint in the front of the booth, and just to protect us from the overspray. And now let's go get to the exciting part. It's here. The engine is here. And this is going to be a bad puppy. We start off with a Dart little M block, splayed. 4.155 bore with a 3.75 stroke, so it's going to make it a 406, or I guess a 407 technically. We're going to stuff it with Callie's Comstar line, their crank, and the Comstar rods, Wiseco forged pistons. We've got an H-beam rod, 6-inch rod, and the dish piston. We're going to net about 8.8 on the compression. We got some Clevite bearings for it, some ARP studs for the heads, comp cams, best of everything, billet 9-way time and chain, hydraulic roller camshaft. Let's see what the specs are on the camshaft here. Probably read that, but 574 lift and 224 duration. Pretty calm, mild. It's actually going to be a cruiser. They're going to use the boost to make the power. 114 lobe center, so this thing's going to drive down the road like a real sweetheart. Be an absolute, 6-gear cruiser. But they're Pro Magnum rockers, hydraulic roller lifters, the Beehive springs, and then we will top it with some bad boy heads. Trick Flows Super 23 CNC heads, and they are some kind of trick. 230 cc's. You got the spec sheet on those. They're 208 valves, 160 exhaust valves. Pretty nice. My buddy Dave at Heartbeat Racing hooked us up on the engine. I mean, when you get something done by Dave, you get a spec sheet on everything. He gives you all the bearing clearances here. Everything's at 2.7, 2.8 on the clearances. Just everything's documented, the torque, everything, just the way a professional does it. So we'll start putting the pistons and rods together, start filing the rings. I'll start playing with that this evening, and then tomorrow I'll have this thing put together. Got a couple parts coming in at the last minute. We'll get those on, get it together and get it in the car. So that's going to be it for tonight. Bob's fixing to make stinky with this paint, and we're going to have to get out of his way. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.